Just for the hell of it, I thought I'd go through this bit of a house track that we're doing various bits and bobs on at the minute. I guess you can't really see that well because of the brightness of the thing. Can't actually turn the exposure up and down on this camera, which ain't great, but yeah, I think this thing's running it's running about 41 tracks at the minute, just laying tracks. There's no arrangement or anything done yet. So yeah, there's about 41 tracks there. There's only one send there at the minute. There's a few subgroups, probably about four groups, something like that. So the most of it is actually tracks. All that hiss you can hear at the moment is just because of all the external inputs are still switched through from a record deck that's being used to transfer vinyl. So I would leave that all as it is at the moment. Might not use all of these tracks. What I tend to do is write a hell of a lot of tracks and sack a lot of them off. But this is kind of how it is at the minute. So yeah, it's probably the most hard housey sounding piece of 127 BPM house music that's ever been made, but unfortunately whatever I make it always ends up coming out like bloody hard house. There's quite a lot of tracks in there not playing at the minute, but if I play them all at the same time it's just going to sound a bit of a car crash. Vocals on this track come courtesy of Madonna. The singing's improved. And some other bits in there. So I think there's yeah, two bits of Madonna in there. So I hope she's not going to come round and sue me for that, because I mean it's just so obvious who that is. There's a lot of synth work going on in this. Not too much percussion for me. Quite simple. And there was a reason for that. Closed and open hi-hat there, which may or may not actually get used. Come to it, just sort of bog standard hats there, doing the housey thing. I'm in two minds about using them at all. I won't end up using an open hat on it at all, just the closed, to be honest. There's no hats in there at all at the minute. Just a bit of a... And then we might just have the closed. Maybe not. Maybe not the open hat on that. Just the closed. It's my usual sort of thing on the closed hats. Got to get those little trills in there with all the volume programming. No simple crap here. Always got to overcomplicate it. It's not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, there's just some little trilly bit there at the end of every 8 bars, whatever. Load of velocity programming. It's very simple bass line on this. Pretty weedy kick for the sort of stuff I'm used to making, but it'll be punchy because it'll come through on the master. And then just a crap load of tracks, really. Lots of stuff on here at the minute. All sorts of stuff. Then we've got a sort of synth stab thing going on there. Bit of percussion, which you probably can't hear because it's going through a subgroup somewhere. Don't know where that's going. Not used that yet. God knows what that is. These are all going through subgroups. I can't hear them, can I? My little sort of crappy percussion that I use on everything. And little bits. What's that? No idea. Oh, I've got no idea what I've written. This will run sort of all the way through. It's just a white noise thing, I think, on a side chain, or I might use it as a fade up bit. Don't know yet. Bog standard reverse cymbal there. Well, that was the original synth that made that, and then I sampled it off. Aha, drums. That's more like it. That's what I was kind of using that as a bit of a guide. Yeah, I was sort of started off by listening to somebody else's track actually for this, because I do make house, but not too often. So I have to go, what's current? Otherwise, I'll start making house music from 10 years ago. So I thought I'd rip that off. I think it's Jam and Spoon or something, isn't it? What we got? Kick sub mix, hats. Yeah, we got hats. Bass, something to do with bass. It says bass needs. Needs what? I don't know. There we go. The bass is literally just 2 notes for the most part. But then after some sort of breakdown, there'll be an extra note in there. Ooh, it's very complicated, this. Wow. And then what we got? Something playing fifths apparently. And it's just a little stabby thing. Yeah, that's alright, but I've decided I'm sacking that off. It's a bit pants, to be honest. I might use that same sequence, but not that sound and not those notes in that rhythm, so that's going. Kind of a vocally sound that I've sidechained to death. I've called this one flanged, so I guess there's a flanger on it. Maybe. Yeah, there is. And then this. You can actually hear the sidechain flapping up and down on that. So yeah, and then you combine them all together to make a god-awful mess. So yeah, that's not how to do it. I'm sure there'll be someone out there on the internet saying, you know, that's ridiculous. You should only be laying about 6 tracks. And but yeah, bollocks to him.